how can you get the most benefit from chiropractic care here? So a lot of people want to know how they can save the most money, be the most time efficient, and get the maximum results. So that's what our wellness plans offer here. Some of you are already benefiting from it, and others you're going to learn about it here for the first time. So of course, here is the optimal health line, feeling and functioning our best. And then down here we have the pain zone. When those vertebrae shift, start to irritate that nerve, because gravity is always weighing us down in the different daily activities. So what I personally do and recommend for most people is our once a week plan. Never letting things have the chance to tail off and get bad again. And sometimes people on the other end will say, hey, Dr. Jack, I'm feeling great. Can I just call whenever it hurts again? Now, you could do that, but why would you let things get bad again just to have to do a whole another big block of visits whenever you could have just maintained it maybe once a week to get you doing well? So we do have some other options here. Another great option is going to be our twice a month plan. So especially for this point, I do recommend adding the decompression for most patients because it's going to make sure we get the most benefits whenever the visits are more spaced out. So that's going to be a way that would keep things doing well. Very popular option, and we do things based on your specific needs. Now we do have another option, which is every 3 weeks or every month. And again, these are case dependent, but sometimes people on those two plans will say, hey, Dr. Jack, I'm coming in, I'm getting my adjustments, but things are starting to get worse and I'm starting to not feel as good again. Well, that's because the frequency isn't quite high enough to stay out of the pain zone. So just like, if you work out once a week, that's going to be very good. You're going to stay in pretty good shape. Of course, we can do more than that. However, if you're just coming in once a month or maybe every 3 weeks, it might not be enough to get you doing well. So it's a case-by-case basis. Some chiropractic is always better than none. But the cool part about these plans is we can be flexible with them. So sometimes people, depending on finances or maybe they travel for work, they might start out in the every 3 week plan or the once a month, and then they can move up to twice a month or vice versa. Maybe right after that initial plan, we still want that repetition. So we start with the once a week, and sometimes we'll switch to the twice a month. Like I said, I personally always do the once a week. It's going to be the best thing for your health, but we take this on a case-by-case basis. So it's very smart of you to continue your wellness care here. It's the best thing you can do for your health, and that's where you really see the nerve benefits. So like we talked about, less allergies, better sleep, better overall immune function, better digestion. All these different things that you can benefit from care, they take some time and repetition, training the spine to go back to where it needs to be so we have full power from the brain to all those organs. We really appreciate having you as a patient, and of course we'll go over all of these with you individually, and we can always modify things as we go. Have a great day.